Hello and welcome to the stream. Hoping I am live. So let's begin with our usual sound check. If we can, Leon or someone in the chat, just let me know that we are okay. The music is not too loud and I am not too quiet. Hello Leon, hello Shweta, and hello Wu as well. Very lovely to see you guys here in the chat. Okay, Leon says sounds good, so that is great. So I'm not too sure about how many people are interested in working with Adonis. Hello Jan! So I will just get right into it. Yeah, I will just get right into it. We won't wait or anything like that. But thank you very much for those of you who have joined on. I'm going to talk a little bit about, I'm only going to touch briefly on kind of like history and mythology because there is so much that you can go through and look through. So yes, it's not going to be too in-depth, too much of an in-depth look at Adonis. It's going to be more about, practical working with Adonis and what he can help you with, which is kind of the important thing here. So let's get into it. So first of all, so yes, I have my notes here, guys. I've written these, but they are just my notes. So the first thing is that Adonis generally tends to be the goddess of beauty and desire. So a lot of the reasons why we may want to invoke him, work with him, and things like that are because of we want, physical attraction help. We want, to be magnetic with people. We want to heal a broken heart, a loss, something like that. We want to attract a new lover or reconcile with an old lover is very common as well. So yes, there are many reasons to work with Adonis, but it does tend to be on the kind of physical attraction and love side of things. There's some loss and heartbreak as well, healing. There's always some healing work to be done with gods and goddesses, but mostly we are looking on a love and a physical attraction kind of side. So one thing I did not mention, I forgot to mention, on my Angel Trumpet stream, I'm pretty sure I forgot, was about cleansing. So when I do a spell stream that is specifically a spell stream, I really kind of stress the importance of cleansing the space and cleansing yourself. So don't worry if you haven't cleansed before this, but if you do go back and listen to the meditation again, for your own, you re-look at it, you revisit it for your own benefits, do some kind of cleanse then in that moment. But at the moment, right now, this space here, my altar here, and the space I am in is the space that we are working with. So when I cast a spell or I work with a god or a goddess, it's not too important for you to cleanse your space, because my space here is the space that we are directing our energy to. So but I do like to say and to reiterate that if you work with Adonis, if you do your own prayers and meditations, it is good to be cleansed beforehand. This can be a cleansing bath, a cleansing shower, cleansing with, incense, sage, whatever your practice is of cleansing. So yes. So just to reiterate that cleansing is important, this space is cleansed. So cleansed and protected. So we can use protective amulets as well. We can use protective amulets. We can use, our angels or guides. You can ask them for protection. generally, anything that I will do with you is all about invoking and working with higher powers and higher energy. So we're not working with the lower, we're not going lower, so we shouldn't really need too much protection. We shouldn't need to worry too much about protection, basically, because we're not going anywhere like low, we're vibrating at a higher level. So we're working with gods and goddesses. We can, it's not to say don't be protected, but it's just to say to rest assured, be kind of don't worry, basically. My guides and angels are here, and they have protected the space, so that's fine. Yes, apologies for people who get the stream confused as well, because I know that most commonly I do the crystal ball stream, but this is a meditation today. So Adonis, so I've written a little bit about the history and the background of Adonis. So I'll just go through this. So Adonis is a Greek god, in case you didn't know. His origin, he's Greek. He is associated with beauty, desire, and rebirth. He is the son of Mira, and Adonis was born from a myrrh tree. So a myrrh tree that Mira, his mother, transformed into after fleeing from her father's wrath, according to myth and history. So Mira fled from her father's wrath, and she eventually became a myrrh tree, and Adonis was born from that. So it's kind of important as we go through offerings to Adonis, what we want to put on our altar. This is our altar here, and this is myrrh here. So I will just show up close. That is myrrh resin, if you can see. You know how you can get like the frankincense resin, the myrrh resin. Now I am much more I'm much more drawn to frankincense than myrrh, but it's interesting. I've always had myrrh and myrrh oil, myrrh resin, and all of that. I've always had it, but never put it to too much use. So that's the myrrh resin. And like I said, I cleanse the space. So you can cleanse with whatever you wish when you invoke a god or goddess. I'm quite eclectic, I work with a lot of different things, so go with what you feel drawn to, what feels right to you. But I tend to cleanse with one of these, if you've ever seen one. They're very kind of like church, cathedral like kind of incense burners, and usually I cleanse with frankincense in here, but today I put some myrrh in here to cleanse the space. There's a little bit of frankincense left in there from last time, but I did use myrrh to cleanse the space here, to cleanse the space, to invoke Adonis, and to resonate with Adonis. So yes, so he's born from the myrrh tree, so that's kind of important. Myrrh is quite an important offering or symbol to Adonis. Adonis was so there's a story about Adonis and his physical attraction and his love life. So Adonis was so handsome that Aphrodite and Persephone, sorry, just learning pronunciations of some words because I've never delved too much into some of the gods and goddesses. So Adonis was so handsome that both Aphrodite and Persephone, the goddess of the underworld, so Persephone is the goddess of the underworld, fell in love with Adonis. So they both fell in love with him, Aphrodite and Persephone. They fought over him, so there was a lot of fighting. They both kind of wanted him for themselves. Zeus intervened, so Zeus decided to intervene and decided that Adonis would spend 1/3 of the year with Aphrodite, 1/3 of the year with Persephone, and 1/3 of the year either on his own or with whomever he chose. So yes, so there's like a split into three. He has Aphrodite, he has Persephone, and he has whoever he wants, or to be on his own in that the third section of the year. So yes, that is what Zeus decided, that would be the most fairest way, would be to split it up into three and to work like that. So that brings us to, talking about the things we have as offerings. Obviously the mare, because he's born from a mare tree, like I said, we have the mare there. We also have, actually, I forgot to mention, as you guys probably know, if you were on the love spell, I do sometimes like to anoint candles. This is mare oil. It's in a olive oil, which is a common oil to anoint candles in, but this also has some mare oil drops in, so that will go very well to represent the mare and the mare tree that Adonis was born from. So then we also have, we can use our cards, our tarot cards, our oracle cards and all of that in our rituals, in our manifestations. And here I will put it up close. You can see that. Hopefully you can. We have Aphrodite. So this is from the Goddess deck. We have Aphrodite. So Aphrodite was Adonis's preferred partner. So he did actually prefer Aphrodite a lot to Persephone. So Aphrodite is going to be here. It's going to be on the altar because she's very important to him. So we want to put things that are very important to him there. So, hello Marie. Hello and welcome. So yes, we want to put things that are very important to him on the altar there. So Adonis loved to hunt. That's one thing Adonis really loved to do. And one day he was killed by a wild boar. The wild boar was sent by Ares, the god of war. So the god of war sent a wild boar to attack and try to kill Adonis while he was hunting. So the god of war was jealous. So he was jealous of Aphrodite's love for Adonis, and he wanted to get rid of Adonis, basically. So the boar attacked Adonis while Adonis was hunting, and Adonis died in Aphrodite's arms. So he dies in Aphrodite's arms, and the beautiful thing about that is that she wept. So Aphrodite here was crying a lot. His blood, because he had been mauled by this boar, his blood and her tears, because she was crying her eyes out, they both they amalgamated. So Aphrodite's tears and Adonis's blood amalgamated, and they became the anemone flower, and this is it here, the Japanese anemone. So this is one reason why I was waiting so long and I kept changing the time of the meditation. I know a lot of people probably aren't making it now, because I did change the time quite a lot. But ideally, I thought that these three, this one, and the one that has not bloomed yet, he had a little bud, I hoped that all three of those would bloom together. So I wanted some of the anemone flowers to bloom, for the ritual. We did have two bloom, but one bloomed and then lost its petals, and then another bloomed, so we only had one at a time. This seems to be the best we've managed to get, is two at a time. So the Japanese anemone is very closely linked to Adonis, so it's here as well. And as you guys know who have been on other streams, I have a plant music device. So it's this beautiful wooden box here. It attaches. So we have, you can't see it on there, but we do have a prong that goes into the soil of the anemones in a plant pot. the prong goes into the soil to touch the roots of the anemone, and the other prong goes onto the leaf. I'm not going to move those because it may disrupt the music if I do, but they are attached, and what that does is the device picks up on the biorhythm of the plant, and then it puts it through a sound filter. So at the moment our filter is a flute Zen garden, okay? So that's the filter that we have. So that's why it sounds more like music. If we were just listening to the biorhythm, it may not sound as good. But yes, putting it through an instrument helps us to get very beautiful sounds and understand the plant a little bit. So the music we are listening to is literally the Japanese anemone flower singing to us. So that's very beautiful. So we have that. Also, it's not on the altar because it's quite tall. The plant pot's on the floor and the flowers are quite tall. If the plant pot was on the altar, you wouldn't be able to see the flowers. So that's why it's done in this way. So yes, as long as you can see her, at least you can see him, sorry, Adonis, the flowers, you can see him, so that's the main thing. So yes, his blood mingled, so Adonis's blood mingled with the tears of Aphrodite, and he became the anemone flower. He rose as he was, leaving her, dying, drifting away. He then became the anemone flower. So the Japanese anemone can be associated with Aphrodite as well. So it's not only associated with Adonis, it's also associated with Aphrodite. So if we ever do a Aphrodite meditation or invocation, we may see this plant again or hear this plant again. So ideally they will be red, okay? So ideally there will be the red Japanese anemone, the more reddish colour flowers, deeper colour. We have the kind of nice pinky, purpley colour. That's okay. That was what I could find. At the time I was looking for it, and I'm glad that I got the plant, so that's fine. It's all about your intention when you're doing these works. So don't stress too much if you don't find, the exact thing. So we still have the Japanese anemone. We're still representing Adonis with that, okay? So what we'll do is we will talk through the altar a little bit. No, actually, I will. So talk about what does Adonis represent, and what can we do why do we want to work with Adonis? Why have I invited people here? Why have you come? So Adonis is a symbol of the cycle of life, death and rebirth, because obviously we have born from the myrrh tree, then we have the death and the rising of the anemone flower. And the beautiful thing about the rising of the anemone flower when it grows is that every year Aphrodite would rebirth Adonis through the flowers. She would bring him back to life. So this is the cycle of rebirth that we're talking about. So the cycle of life, death and rebirth, as well as power in love and desire. So like I said, it's a very love, desire, physical attraction based meditation and invocation. So Adonis is a symbol of all these things. So modern witches, if you may want to call yourself that, or spiritual people, whatever you refer to yourself as, may seek to work with Adonis for various reasons. So, like I said, enhance beauty and attractiveness. That's a very common reason to work with Adonis. Attract a lover or strengthen a relationship. Heal from a loss or heartbreak. So you may not want to be bringing in a lover right now, but you may want healing from a heartbreak or even just a loss, if you lost someone close to you. We can also invoke and work with Adonis to celebrate the spring and the renewal of nature. So again, working with different gods and goddesses at different times of the year is also something, you know, that's a very pagan kind of thing as well. Work with the phases of the earth, work with the phases of the celestial bodies as well. We can also honour our sexuality and our sensuality as well. So the Adonis meditation and the Adonis, you know, all the reasons for working with Adonis are very kind of sacral based, like very sexual attraction, you know, sensuality. So if perhaps you feel like you need to tap in a little bit more to your, you know, divine feminine, divine masculine, whatever it is, perhaps you do need some amplifying of your soul, your sacral, to help with your sensuality and your sexuality. So ways that we will work with Adonis, creating an altar for Adonis like we have here. So some items that we will put on, so one we have not spoken about yet. So here, roses. These are very small rose buds. So buds, if you can see there, just some rose buds. Yeah, if you can see, I hope they're in focus. Rose buds there. So we can dress, you know, we can dress our altar in like rose buds, you know, whatever herbs and oils, flowers, whatever you choose to use. We'll put some roses. Oh, they're going everywhere, very lovely. You know, roses are very a universal symbol of love, aren't they? So this is especially for those who want to attract a lover, who want to reconcile with a lover, you know, if you want to bring back your partner. It's very much for you. So there we have roses on the altar. We'll also leave those there. We have the myrrh, of course. So we'll put some myrrh in this bowl as well. I didn't show the bowl because I've already like kind of stuck the candles down, the candles that we'll be using, but I will show you. If you can see, it's very beautiful because it's heart shaped, so you might just be able to see that. It is heart shaped, so it's very fitting for our current ritual. Yes, so we have roses, we have the anemone. They are very symbolic as well. You know, if they grow somewhere near you, perhaps you don't have to go ahead and buy your own like I did. You could pick a few petals, you know, give gratitude to the plant, pick a few of its petals. You could use them in your meditation. So there's also pomegranates, which we don't have today. I don't have pomegranates, I'm very sorry, but pomegranates can be a symbol as well, used for Adonis. Mirrors. So like I said, a lot of purpose for working with Adonis is about physical attraction, outward energies, attracting people, magneting people to you. So a mirror is perfect for working with Adonis. But we have this yellow candle here, and yellow is the solar plexus and the solar plexus. So I'll just show them up close in case you cannot see them. The colours, we have yellow and orange there, so hopefully you can see, and I'll talk about them. So the yellow is the solar plexus. Solar plexus is very much about self-love, loving yourself, releasing anxieties, doubts, self-esteem, self-confidence, self-care. That is why we have yellow. So it's kind of an alternative to using a mirror. If I used a mirror, you just see my laptop and the webcam, so we don't really want, you know, aesthetics as well. We have Adonis here, the kind of artist interpretation that I did of Adonis there. Mirrors, candles. So just explained the yellow candle. We have the self-love candle. Hello Gressel, hello, welcome. So we have the self-love candle for the solar plexus. In replace of perhaps a mirror, if you do your own practice, you could use a mirror, that's fine. But then the orange candle, so what is that for, you may wonder? Orange is interestingly the colour around Aphrodite as well. Orange is the sacral. So we have solar plexus, self-love, self-care, self-esteem, self-confidence. We have the sacral, the orange. So the sacral chakra is the second chakra, the low. So you have solar plexus and the kind of belly, I suppose. Then the sacral a bit lower here. So the sacral is, again, that sensuality, sexuality, all of those things. If you want to be in touch with your sexuality, you want to be more sensual, you want to, you know, attract a partner who resonates on a sensual level, then orange is the colour for you, the sacral colour. So that is why also we use this one. External energies. So the external energies I always explain are those energies we give out. So the energies that people may pick up on when they first meet you. When you first walk into a room, do people turn, do people recognise you? That is all about the external energies you're giving. Attraction is not all about physical looks like people think it is. So often if you work with Adonis and you start feeling like people are more attracted to you, but you don't see a physical change, that's because Adonis has worked on your external energies, how people perceive you, and not your actual physical appearance. He hasn't actually changed your physical appearance. It's just helping people to realise the beauty that is radiating from you, basically. So that is why we have the orange candle. Yes, so candles. And then we have statues or images as well. So for Adonis, I don't have a statue or an image of Adonis, but for some of the gods and goddesses we work with, I will have. You may have been on the Isis one and seen Isis. If you're going to be on the Sekhmet one, you'll see Sekhmet. But for Adonis, I don't have a statue or an image of him. For me, the anemone and the mare really drew me in. I felt that was what I needed for Adonis. And also, for me, it's very much about, although I'm very called to work with Adonis, my guides have told me to work with Adonis. So, yes, it's very kind of ongoing, my work with him. But for me, when I embody a god or goddess, I kind of tend to lean towards the female. So when we work with gods and goddesses, everyone's different. But for me, I choose to embody the god or goddess. It's very much about what I said earlier, about being in a high vibration and seeing yourself as a high vibration, because you don't want to give the god or the goddess or the spirit a pedestal where you worship them and you feel like you're not worth what they have to offer, because you're asking for the trait of Adonis to come to you, but then you're also saying, if you worship, you're also saying that you're not good enough. He's above you, you're bowing down and saying he's too good for you and you're not good enough. So I don't like the dynamic of the god being very high and the human being very low. To me, when a human works in magic, they are amplifying themselves, raising themselves up. So for me, when we work in magic, we embody the god or goddess that we want to work with. So we are embodying them. So for me personally, in this meditation, I will choose to embody Aphrodite, which is Adonis's preferred love. But no matter what your preferred gender is, whatever you feel you are, that doesn't matter. If you feel drawn to embody Adonis, you do that. If you feel drawn to embody Aphrodite, you do that. It's about what you are drawn to do. If you're just drawn to seek Adonis's help, to say, please help me with this specific thing, and you want to just raise your energy to him without feeling like you're embodying him, that's fine too. It's all about being inclusive, and about you doing, what's right for you in your practice as well, what feels right and what you're drawn to. So I do, as you know, I talk a little bit about the history. I do a little bit of kind of teaching when I do these streams, but I'm very, I encourage people to have their own guidance, their own intuitions, and all of that. So if anybody does have any knowledge about Adonis, anything that they wish to share, perhaps you researched Adonis and he meant something else to you and that's what you want to embody, perhaps it's something I haven't mentioned, you know. So if you are drawn to Adonis for some reason I haven't mentioned, or if you are, you know, seeking to draw something different, or you know something different about his history and his mythology, feel free to put that in the chat before we begin the meditation. So as you know, I am currently called to work with Adonis, and I have been asked to work with Adonis, so that's what I'm doing. And my article, which is in the description, hello Miss Venus, yes, so if you resonate with Aphrodite, I don't know if you were in just now, so I will just quickly show you this card. We're using Aphrodite as well to give something, you know, on the altar that Adonis loves, because Adonis was most drawn and most struck by Aphrodite and really loved Aphrodite the most out of anyone, out of Persephone and Aphrodite and anyone else. He preferred Aphrodite, so she is on the altar. So in this article that's in the description, it's a living article. So sorry, I'm making noises with the paper here. So in the article in the description, it's a ongoing article about Adonis. So it's going to at the moment it's very vague. It basically goes over what I've just said. It has a quick brief history about Adonis, and then it talks about why we might want to work with him and what he likes as well. So I don't think I talked about everything he likes. So the other things, so I talked about roses, anemones, myrrh, pomegranates, mirrors, candles and statues. I talked about. So the article, it's a living article, and every time I work with Adonis or I have an experience with Adonis, it will go in the article. And I have a prayer and meditation that we'll get to in just a moment. We're nearly there now. And that prayer and meditation I wrote myself. It's kind of like a poem prayer to Adonis, and I wrote that because I'm drawn to him and I've been guided to him, pushed to him. And as the article progresses, it will have more prayers, poems, meditations, experiences. When he comes to me, I will write down what he says and things like that. And you are very welcome also to do that. So like I said, if you are drawn to him, if you have an experience with him, feel free to share it with me and I will post it in the article. It's totally fine, you know, we're all experiencing from a different angle and it's very interesting to all have experiences. So going back to the altar again, or to what Adonis likes. So I explained the things on the altar. I explained that the myrrh is where Adonis was born from, the myrrh tree. The roses are for love, the symbol of love, which is a lot of what Adonis works with. We have Aphrodite, his favourite love. We have the Japanese anemone flower, which he grew into after he died. We have the solar plexus candle for the self-love and self-esteem. We have the sacral for the sensuality and sexuality there. But also, Adonis likes to be offered prayers, poems, songs, or compliments as well. So my prayer poem may be a bit complimentary to Adonis because he does like that. And meditating on his story and embodying his qualities as well. So meditating on his story and embodying his qualities. As you've just heard a little bit about his story, you may want to meditate on that. Perhaps you're drawn to myrrh, or you're drawn to the anemone flower, and you want to, you know, think about that in your meditation. Think about that part of his life. So think about part of his story, embodying his qualities. So beauty, attractiveness, love, and all of those things, you may want to embody them. And performing rituals or spells related to love, beauty and rebirth is another way to work with Adonis, which is what we're doing now. So that's great. And the last one, another way you can work with Adonis is invoking him in sex, magic, or erotic art. So we're not going to be doing that right now, okay? So this is YouTube, not OnlyFans, okay? So we're not going to be invoking Adonis in any sex magic here or erotic art. If you feel drawn to do that in your own time, go ahead. That is one where I will say, don't feel like you have to share that with me if you are called to work with Adonis in that way. But it is an interesting part of magic. Joking aside, we do work with sexuality and sensuality, so it's very normal to, involve that in your magic if you do wish to. But yes, so more ways to work with Adonis. Offering prayers and poems, meditating on his story and mythology, history, performing rituals and spells related to love, beauty and rebirth, and invoking in sex magic or erotic art. So yes, so I think that's covered everything that we are doing here. But it is interesting because, we can shy away at Gretel laughing there. It is funny, and that's the thing about magic is magic, spells, spirituality. Don't take yourself too seriously. Have a laugh, and there's always going to be that sensual and sexual side, especially of the sacral. So, let's just accept that we're all sensual beings, and if you wish to work with Adonis in that way in your own time, that is very, very positive, and you should definitely do that. So yes. So if you did miss, if you're in a bit late, or you're, for anyone just joining or anything like that, I know we don't have many in. It's not very popular. These aren't very popular streams. Meditations, readings are much more popular. If you haven't liked the video yet, please do, because we don't have many people in. But yes, so without further ado, really, I guess, I think I have covered everything. It was quite brief. I know the history was brief. I would encourage you, if you have a good experience in the meditation, research more about Adonis and go with what is drawn to you as well. And like I said, you can work on embodying Adonis himself, just embodying the quality that you want to embody. So don't feel like you have to invoke a spirit, a god, and work with that. You can just work with the traits that suit you. So perhaps healing a heartbreak is the trait that suits you. Perhaps physical attractiveness is the trait that suits you. Just work with that. Just embody that. But you can also embody Aphrodite if you wish to, because that's his preferred love. So you can work with Aphrodite, which at the moment, I'm focusing on embodying Aphrodite, working with Adonis, praying, worshipping to Adonis, but embodying Aphrodite, because that's what I'm drawn to do, because I work very much with the divine feminine aspects of things. That's just the way I kind of am, and I'm drawn to. So Gretel says more people should appreciate these lives. Yes, I think it depends on what you want to work with. So I'm very grateful for everyone who does come. Don't really mind if it's a small stream, but I do think that people do kind of miss out on what they could work on, because it's like love spells, so many people come to that, but when it comes to empowering themselves with that energy, with that power, they don't really come on, or bother with that. But everyone has, it's their own choices, so that is fine. So if you are happy to put in the chat perhaps the reason why you were drawn to this meditation, the reason why you're drawn to Adonis, what you might want to manifest or work on. If you're happy and comfortable to put it in the chat, please do. If you're not, feel free to keep it to yourself, but do think about that now. So think about what it is. So I'll say again, I know I'm repeating myself a lot, but enhancing beauty and attractiveness, attracting a lover, or strengthening a current relationship, healing from a loss or a heartbreak, celebrating the spring or the renewal of nature, honouring your sexuality and your sensuality. So just think about that for a moment. Think about what would you really like to work with or embody or gain from Adonis. Now, on the spell stream, I was asked, I was told that I should have a better lighter. So I have bought one. Wait, if I can put it against the black, it might show up. Yeah, so I've bought one of these. It has quite a, you know, a long handle, so hopefully on spell streams I won't burn myself like I have been doing. But thank you, Gretel, for putting your intention in there. Thank you. So yes, so I will light the candle for self-love. So remember, oh, hold on, I need to anoint the candle. So like I said, the space has been cleansed with myrrh, because myrrh is linked to Adonis. The oil is myrrh oil. It's olive oil with myrrh oil in it, a few drops of myrrh oil, and we will anoint the candle just a little bit. So traditionally, when you anoint a candle, you hold the candle in one hand, you dip 2 fingers into the oil, and you anoint the candle with the oil. Now, as you know, I've already attached the candles here to our heart-shaped bowl, so I'm not going to, you know, take them out. So I'll just anoint them like this. Okay, so there we are, anointing with the myrrh oil. Not going to hold them just because they're already in place. So anointing with the oil there, and that one seems to be a bit wonky, but that's okay. Okay, yes, so anointing the candles there. And the plant music device, very nicely playing the music from our anemone there. So, like I said, I've done a prayer meditation to Adonis. It's here on this paper. This will be added to the article. So if you have any experiences in this meditation, if you feel like you want to carry on, I will timestamp the meditation like I always do. And I will also write up the prayer into the article. So at the moment, the article doesn't have the prayer in. But like I said, it's a living article. I will constantly add things as I work with Adonis. So I'm quite new to Adonis as well myself, if you guys are as well. So, but yes, I will, while we do the meditation, I will turn this music up a little bit. I will be quiet myself, for the most part. But I will, at times, be playing my very small, it's very cute, little drum. I will intuitively be playing that if I'm drawn to. And I will also be reading my prayer to Adonis as well, in a more calm and soothing voice than I generally speak with, okay? So it will be, you know, it will be very calm and you will still be able to relax with it. But I'm very grateful for those who have put their reasons in the chat. Thank you very, very much for putting that. If you would now like to take a moment as I light the candles to just prepare yourselves for the meditation. Now everyone meditates differently. If you still want to comment and chat while you're doing it, if that is how you meditate, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I would like you to be in a relaxed state. So you can have your eyes open or closed, you can sit down, lie down, you know, do whatever you wish. As long as you can hear me and hear the music, that's okay. You don't necessarily have to be looking at our beautiful Adonis, although he would ask you why you don't want to look at such beauty. You don't have to be looking at the altar, but if you are going to close your eyes and turn off from the screen, just put your intentions here now, okay? Channel your intentions to our space. The space is being cleansed, it's a safe space for us. Channel your intentions, ask Adonis. So don't just say, my intention is to become more physically attractive. You know, say, Adonis, I'm invoking you because I want this. Or Adonis, bless me with higher physical attraction, or, you know, whatever it is. Say it in a very positive way. It's a very positive affirmation, but you're asking Adonis for it, basically. So I will... Oh, Shweta says, I tried to write a prayer. If you are happy to share that with me, if you're happy to put it in the chat, please do. If you're happy for me to put it on my article, I would love that. But again, it's all about what you feel comfortable with. If you just wrote a prayer and it's just for you, you're just going to focus on your prayer for the meditation, that's fine. I will never pressure anyone or make someone feel like they have to do something. But if you are happy to comment it, if you are happy to give it to me to put in the article, and that's the same for experiences. If someone has an experience in the meditation, if someone has a vision, you know, if you're happy to put it in the chat, put it in the chat. If you're happy for it to go in the article, say you're happy for it to go in the article. Okay, Shweta says she did above, so I just didn't see it. Okay, I'm going to read it out because it is nice. So I'm going to put Adonis in front of it, but Adonis, bless me to heal me so that I can others. Adonis, bless me to love me so that I can attract and spread love. Adonis, bless me to be beautiful inside out so that I can attract a divine aura. It's very beautiful, very beautiful. And Shweta, just let me know. Comment in the chat now if you're happy for me to put that in the article, or I'm happy for me to read it on stream, because what I may do, if you're happy to, is I may read mine a few times and then read yours, if you're happy to. But I'll just light these candles now. So we have the solar plexus there. It's kind of good. Yes, there we go. Okay, yes, it's good. I'm kind of practicing now because I haven't used this before. It reminds me of like a taser. But there we go. So our candles are lit. So our self-esteem, our self-worth, our self-confidence, our sensuality, and our sexuality here. Our divine feminine energy, maybe. Okay, so Shweta's very happy for me to put it in the article. That's great, that's wonderful. So do let me know as well if anyone else has an experience, if you're happy for it to be shared or not. Okay, so we're now going to begin the meditation. So I would like for you to get comfortable, get relaxed. I'm going to turn the music on in a moment, and if you don't hear me very clearly because of the music, don't worry about that. The intention for the spoken word is to get into your psyche, into your subconscious, into your energy. So if you don't hear it too clearly because the music is loud, that is okay, don't worry. It's also all about relaxation. So just open up to everything, to the music, to Adonis, to my voice, and to any disruptive sounds around you as well. I don't say this enough, guys, but if you're meditating and there's a distracting noise around you, set the intention to let any distraction just put you deeper, okay? So we can work with the distractions of human life and allow them to help and aid our meditations. So I will switch between me and Shweta's prayers, because I think that is the right thing to do. I feel drawn to do that. So I really hope that everyone is ready and prepared now. Like I said, you can have your eyes open or closed. You can be laid down, you can be sat down, you can be stood up if you so wish. Just as long as you are comfortable and you feel relaxed. takes you a while to get into a relaxation, do not worry. The meditation will be the correct length for each of us, and no matter how you feel during or just soon after, it will be working on your subtle energies and helping with your life path, okay? In the future, your future life path. Oh, Adonis, fair god, you who inspire love and beauty in all things, I worship you within my heart and soul, you who visit my lucid and divine dream. You came from Mother Mary. So Mare, I offer to thee. You left us to anemone, the flower which resonates this frequency. I praise the day you came to me for wisdom, downloads, clarity, and here I reunite you with Aphrodite. So in return, I should embody she. O Adonis, fair god, you who inspire love and beauty in all things, I worship you within my heart and soul, you who visit my lucid and divine dream. Bless all that take the time today to join my journey and find their way. Adonis, please bestow your light to all who join us here tonight. Adonis, bless me to heal me so that I can others. Adonis, bless me to love me so that I can attract and spread love. Adonis, bless me to be beautiful inside and out so that I can attract a divine aura. O Adonis, fair god, you who inspire love and beauty in all things, I worship you within my heart and soul, you who visit my lucid and divine dream. You came from Mother Mary, so Mare, I offer to thee. You left us to anemone, the flower which resonates this frequency. I praise the day you came to me for wisdom, downloads, and clarity. For here I reunite you with Aphrodite. So in return I should embody she. O Adonis, fair god, you who inspire love and beauty in all things, I worship you within my heart and soul, you who visit my divine and lucid dream. Adonis, bless all that take the time today to join my journey and find their way. Adonis, please bestow your light to all who join us here tonight. Adonis, bless me to heal me so that I can others. Adonis, bless me to love me so that I can attract and spread love. Adonis, bless me to be beautiful inside and out so that I can attract a divine aura. O Adonis, fair God, you who inspire love and beauty in all things, I worship you within my heart and soul. You who visit my lucid and divine dream. You came from Mother Mercury, so may I offer to thee. You left us to anemone, this flower which resonates this frequency. I praise the day you came to me for wisdom, downloads and clarity, and here I unite you with Aphrodite, so in turn I should embody she. O Adonis, fair God, you who inspire love and beauty in all things, I worship you within my heart and soul. You who will visit my lucid and divine dream. Bless all that take the time today to join my journey and find their way. Adonis, bestow me with your light to all who join us here tonight. Adonis, bless me to heal me so that I can others. Adonis, bless me to love me so that I can attract and spread love. Adonis, bless me to be beautiful inside and out so that I can attract a divine aura. you who inspire love and beauty in all things. I worship you within my heart and soul. You who visit my lucid and divine dream. You came from Mother Tree, so now I offer to thee. You left us to an enemy, this flower which resonates this frequency. I praise the day you came to me for wisdom, downloads, and clarity. And here I unite you with Aphrodite, so in return I can embody she. O Adonis, fair God, you who inspire love and beauty in all things, I worship you within my heart and soul. You who visit my lucid and divine dream, bless all that take the time today to join my journey and find their way. Adonis, please bestow your light to allow to all who join us here tonight. Adonis, bless me to heal me so that I can others. Adonis, bless me to love me so that I can attract and spread love. Adonis, bless me to be beautiful inside and out so that I can attract a divine aura. O Adonis, fair God, you who inspire love and beauty in all things, I worship you within my heart and soul. You who visit my lucid and divine dream, you came from Mother Tree, so now I offer to thee. You left us to an enemy, the flower which resonates this frequency. Praise the day you came to me for wisdom, downloads, and clarity. And here I will unite you, Aphrodite, so in return should embody she. O Adonis, fair God, you who inspire love and beauty in all things, I worship you within my heart and soul. You who visit my lucid and divine dream, bless all that take the time today to join my journey and find their way. Adonis, please bestow your light to all who join us here tonight. O Adonis, fair God, you who inspire love and beauty in all things, I worship you with my heart and soul. You who visit my lucid and divine dream, So Mare, I offer to thee. You left us to anemone, the flower which resonates with this frequency. I praise the day you came to me for wisdom, downloads, and clarity. And here I reunite you with Aphrodite. So in return I should embody she. O Adonis, fair god, you who inspire love and beauty in all things, I worship you within my heart and soul. You who visit my lucid and divine dream. Bless all that take the time today to join my journey and find their way. Adonis, please bestow your light on all who join us here tonight. Adonis, bless me to heal me so that I can others. Adonis, bless me to love me so that I can attract and spread love. Adonis, bless me to be beautiful inside and out so that I can attract a divine aura. visit my lucid and divine dream. You came from Mother Nursery, so now I offer to thee. You left us to an enemy. This flower which resonates this frequency. I praise the day you came to me, for wisdom downloads clarity, and here I reunite you with Aphrodite. So in return I should embody she. O Adonis, fair god, you who inspire love and beauty in all things, you who visit my lucid and divine dream, bless all that take the time today to join my journey and find their way. Adonis, please bestow your light to all who join us here tonight. Adonis, bless me to heal me, so that I can others. Adonis, bless me to love me, so that I can attract and spread love. Adonis, bless me to be beautiful inside and out, so that I can attract a divine aura. We are going to give thanks to Adonis for any energy, visions or messages that he has given you in this meditation. So besides focusing on your intentions, also now just focus on sending some gratitude to Adonis just before we end here. So you can just focus for a moment on just giving your gratitude to Adonis. So you can do this simply by stating it out loud in your head. Perhaps you're very visual. Do you want to visualize yourself giving a gift to Adonis or something like that? That's fine. However you wish to just give your thanks in this moment for before we come back now. Now, I know some people go a bit deeper than others in quick meditations. That was quite quick. But to begin to bring your attention back to your physical body, to your space, the room that you're in, the chair, the bed, whatever you're sat on or in. Just bring your attention back. You can, wiggle your fingers and move your arms and legs. Just begin to come back to your space and to our space, to our altar, to the communal space that we are putting our energy into right now. Just come back, bring your attention back to it, open your eyes, come back here. And I will just wait for a moment. I know some people take a bit longer than others to adjust back, but if you did experience any experiences, visualize anything, any messages come to you and anything like that, you can go ahead and post them in the chat. Even questions, if you have questions about anything, happy to answer those, of course. Do you have anyone still with us after the meditation now? Okay, so we have Jan just asking here, can we replay and redo this meditation? If we wish to, will it still hold the same effect? Yes. So you're very welcome to replay. In these kind of sessions, I always timestamp just for anyone who doesn't want to hear the intro again because you've already heard it. I will timestamp the meditation for you. I can also I'm going to start doing longer just recordings of the specific plants. So there was a few people very drawn to the angel trumpet, so there'll be just an hour long just sounds to listen to. In the Adonis in the long Adonis one, I may still put a few chants, a few mantras in there. But yes, yes, it still holds power is the answer to the question. But just to let you guys know, I may be doing longer meditations, pre-recorded. Shweta says yes, beautiful and relaxing indeed. Okay, and Shweta, did you feel any energy or anything come through when I read your prayer out? Did that feel powerful to you? Did you feel kind of like that's kind of like how you intended it, to I don't know, pull out that energy, So of course the things that Adonis helps with are quite love based. So if you've got any messages or had any visions, it very likely was of a love, or your partner or something. Oh, Jan had to go away in the middle of the meditation. Well, I'm very sorry to hear that. Can be a disheartening moment when it happens. But yes, absolutely. I will timestamp it, and you can redo this one, and I will be posting some of the longer ones up as well. So yes, like I said, it is quite a short one. Not too long there. But the main things in this meditation are our intentions, the intentions that we're putting out there, and our solar plexus, our sacral, and Adonis being happy with what we've done, being happy with our altar, with our, seeking the right flower, the frequencies. And I feel personally like Adonis is very happy with what we've done. I feel blessed to have someone else also do their prayer as well. It's definitely going in the article since I have permission. I'm very happy about that. In fact, oh, just reminded me, I'll just copy that now because I'll have to scroll back through. Oh no, I can't, I'll screenshot it. So I'm going to change it a little bit by putting Adonis in it, Adonis blessed me, but yes, I'm definitely going to put that in there. Okay, so Jan got interrupted, so unfortunately Jan will have to go back. Marie felt tingly and warm, okay, and Crystal felt very nice and relaxing, yes. So when you're in a relaxed state, you're very receptive to taking on these energies, taking on these intentions. So that's very, very positive. So I know there aren't many people in, and I won't keep you guys too long. Did anyone have anything like a specific message or a specific vision that they would be happy to share? I know sometimes our meditation experiences are very personal to us, but I'm intrigued by like visions and messages, things that come through in a meditation. And Wu says almost fell asleep, which is good. That's also a good sign. Being sleeping, relaxing, and all of that is very positive for meditations, and you're welcome as well. Okay, and I have a private message of someone who had a vision in a meditation, so that's nice, and I'm very happy for you to do that. If you don't want to put it publicly, you can private message about your vision, that's fine. So, well, that's good then, I'm very happy. Yes, thank you very much. I will definitely read your vision. So I will take a up close picture of the altar for you as well, so that you get like a bit of a better idea of how it looks. But it does look good, very simple. It's also I know it's a bit much to go out of your way to get like a specific plant if you're not going to use it for anything else. I will, of course, I will keep very good care of it, but it does really show how simple things can be. So we have Mare, because he was born from Mare. We have the roses for love. We have the chakra candles. I always use the chakra colour candles. I've just used a tarot card for Aphrodite. So like sometimes you will see me have the statues, like the Isis statue. You don't always have to do that, a simple goddess oracle card will do. And so this altar does kind of show how simple an altar can be as well, so I think that's nice. So I'm happy with your feedback, guys. I'm happy that everyone felt relaxed, and I'm excited to read Shreza's vision as well. So yes, I'm really excited about that, and very grateful to you guys for joining on. Sometimes with meditations, we do, when we're working with gods and goddesses and all of that, we take on the energies, and the connection with them, with spirits and gods and things like that, grows over time. So if you keep it feeling drawn back to Adonis after this, it may be that that's your calling, your kind of person to work with as well. So you may be resonating with me there. I think Miss Venus said she is kind of called Aphrodite, which is similar to me. So yes, do let me know, if you go away and you have a dream and it seems linked to the meditation or anything, always welcome to connect back in with me, check back in with me and let me know things. I hope you did all enjoy the meditation. In the article, my prayer and Shweta's prayer will also go on there. So if you do want to do a prayer as well in your own time, I'm very happy for you to use my prayer to Adonis if you do wish to do that. So I'm just going to talk through the prayer now and explain a little bit. Well, I'm going to talk through it loudly, just for anyone who didn't hear it. Basically, I know it's very self-explanatory, but if you need to jump off for any reason, if you would like to go now, that's fine. I'm just going to read it out loud one more time, with the music a bit quieter in case anyone does want to hear it clearly. But it is in the article if you do want to read it in your own time. So we have, O Adonis, fair God, you who inspire love and beauty in all things, I worship you within my heart and soul, you who visit my lucid and divine dream. So there I'm really affirming that Adonis will come to me in a dream. Adonis has not yet come to me in a dream. It's very new that I'm working with Adonis, so it's very affirmative to say, visit my lucid dreams, visit my dreams. You came from Mother Mare Tree, as you know. The mare is where he was born from, the mare tree, when his mother was, became a mare tree. So we have the mare there. So you came from Mother Mare Tree. So mare I offer to thee. So offering mare there. You left us to an anemone. So like I said, this is the Japanese anemone flower, and that is where he left us because it arose when he died. So you left us to anemone, this flower which resonates your frequency. So like I said, plant music device. It's putting out the biorhythm of the Japanese anemone flower. So it's essentially the biorhythm of the flower of Adonis. So yes, the flower which resonates your frequency. I praise the day you came to me for wisdom, downloads and clarity. So I do believe that there's some wisdom, downloads and clarity for me to gain from Adonis, and that's why he came to me. And here I reunite you with Aphrodite. So just affirming that I'm reuniting him with Aphrodite symbolically by putting the Aphrodite goddess card on the altar. So just affirming that there. Here I reunite you with Aphrodite. Like I said, your also can be as simple as just having an oracle card of the god or goddess you wish to work with. You don't have to go all out and buy a huge statue. So in return, I should embody thee. So like I said, for me, I like to embody the feminine aspect. So Adonis was very in love with Aphrodite. I may wish to embody Aphrodite. O Adonis, fair God, you who inspire love and beauty in all things, I worship you within my heart and soul. You who visit my lucid and divine dream, again repeating like a bit of a song with a chorus. Bless all that take the time today to join my journey and find their way. Adonis, please bestow your light to all who join us here tonight. So at the moment it's 10 o'clock, so that does resonate for me. You guys are joining me in my night, my evening. So yes, I am asking for Adonis to bless everyone who joins me as well. So I hope that if you didn't hear the poem, because I was, I put the music loud and all of that, I hope that is good for you. I hope that you you heard all the words there, and you really got the point there, because I did turn the volume up quite a lot. I can't tell how loud the music is and how loud I'm speaking, so just wanted to reiterate and really go through the prayer to Adonis there. So thank you very much to everyone saying thank you for joining. Love, light and blessings to each of you. May our beautiful Adonis bless you with everything you asked for in the meditation. It will be time stamped. You will be able to go back over it and go back through it again. And when I do put up a full, anemone meditation music, probably like about half an hour to an hour, when I do put that up, of course, if you have the bell pressed, you'll be notified. If you don't have it pressed, you may still see it at some point come up. So I'm very grateful for everyone being very sweet in the comments, speaking very nicely together and joining in and everything, so it's very nice. So I just want to make sure I did catch everyone here. So blessings to Kevin, who you've just seen now, Shweta, who I'm very grateful for you sharing your prayer with us as well. Jan, thank you very much for joining. Leon, of course. Gretel, love, light and blessings to you. And Marie as well. So I think that's, Woo as well. I think that's everyone I saw in the chat. So thank you very much for joining. Like I said, like I've repeated, I'm very sorry to repeat myself, but I will timestamp that. So if you want to go back over it, listen to the prayers being done and all of that, go ahead and go back to it. Love, light and blessings to each of you. It's very lovely to have you here joining me in this meditation. I'll have a picture of the altar up for you if you want to get a closer look, really hone in on the energies, and may you all receive your blessings and your wishes from Adonis. Love, light and blessings to each of you.